Why is your forehead so big? There are way too many questions. What are we talking about? How do you protect your hair under your wigs? You really have to do this. Oh, I have a double chin. Okay. Hello, and welcome to my life. I'm sure you may have some questions. So do I. So I've been putting this Q&A off for a really long time. But who likes to just like sit here and just talk about themselves? Over on Instagram, I asked you guys to send in some questions that you had. There were a lot more questions than I had anticipated, so I'm very sorry if I do not get to your question. But the good news is a lot of the questions were kind of all in the same categories, which were my life in Korea and Japan, health and fitness, modeling, and surprisingly, dating. What? I don't know why y'all asking me about dating. I am not the person to be asking about this topic. I have been single since the land before time. So I'm gonna be answering a lot of questions that were in these 4 categories, and then I'll answer like random questions in between. I will put timestamps down below if you're uninterested in these topics. But make sure you give it a thumbs up for skipping through the video. You owe me. Okay, the first topic I will be talking about is my life in Japan and Korea. A lot of these questions were kind of similar or the same, so I'm not gonna put all the questions up on the screen because that just takes a really long time. A big question everyone had was kind of like, why did I go live in Japan and Korea? What led me to go live abroad? Since I was extremely young, I have always wanted to live in Japan. So this kind of was a plan for me for a long time. I already knew right after university, I was out. The requirements for the job I wanted in Japan were too high for me after I graduated uni, so I knew I had to go build up some experience. I got a really great job offer in Korea, so I went there first for 1 year and then to Japan. I don't know if you guys know, I grew up very poor, so the idea of traveling was just always on my list. I have never gone to anywhere and I just could not wait to go see the world. And I was like, I don't want to just see it, I want to live it. Which city in Japan do you recommend for a newcomer? That really depends on what you're interested in. Example, if you like the city, obviously I recommend Tokyo. But if you're like into more cultural things, definitely hit up Kyoto. Kyoto's also very near Osaka and Nara, so you have like a lot of different options that you can go see. My favorite city happens to be Yokohama, which is not very far from Tokyo at all. And I also love Miyagi in Sundai. There is, you already know, the cat island over there. Do you prefer living in Japan, Korea, or California? Why? Do you see yourself living abroad for good? Definitely not Korea. If you have not seen my video on what I thought about living in Korea, I'll put the card up here somewhere. You can go check that out. Korea is extremely fun and I definitely recommend for like visiting, but I do not recommend for living, at least for me. No. And out of Japan and California, it's actually super duper hard. I was only supposed to stay in Japan for 1 year, but as you guys know, this is like my 3.5 years. I love it so much. I really don't want to leave, but at the same time, I really love California and I miss California. I'm here in California right now, but that is for some health reasons. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm actually currently working on getting like a permanent visa so that I can live in Japan and go back home to California. As much as I love Japan, their weather sucks 99% of the time. Always raining, it's always humid. It's good for like a week, if that, out of the year. I'm exaggerating, but it's really bad. What is the best part of living in Japan? Also, I love you so much and you're oh, so sweet, thank you. Y'all are so nice to me. The best part of living in Japan is definitely the laid-back atmosphere. I just love how there's no drama. The best part for me is actually all of like the architecture. As you guys know, I had a pretty rough childhood, and when things got bad, what I used to do was I used to watch anime. Anime is just like my happy place. So anytime something got rough or got bad or I got sad, I just watched anime and it was like I was sucked into the TV and it was a whole new world and all my worries went away. A lot of the scenes in the anime are extremely similar to, you know, actual Japan. So it's like I'm living in a dream or in a cartoon. When are you uploading more Japan versus Korea videos? I'm not going to be uploading any more of those until that video actually does a lot better. There weren't that many views on there, and as you guys know, like creating videos takes a lot of time and energy and like a lot of work. So if no one's watching them, I'm not gonna do them. So if you are interested in those topics, be sure to go check that video out. Random questions. Ooh, that's hard. What is your favorite anime? Top 5 favorite. Ooh, that's hard. Inuyasha gets the #1 spot by default. I'll never change. I just have to say Inuyasha because that is the one that got me into anime and the one that I love so much. I love all Ghibli films, which is why, you know, I got Kiki's delivery service right here. Other than that, dang, this is hard. Fruits Basket, Blue Exorcist, Princess Jellyfish. I'm gonna put them on the screen.
One eternity later.
I love all anime, okay? Guys, I'm black. What's something people would be surprised to know about you? I still suck my thumb. And I don't cuss. Never have, just never picked up the habit. Next topic! Dating. I still do not know why you guys are asking me questions in this category. Have you met your boyfriend's family? Do you plan on marrying your Korean boyfriend? When you find him, please tell him I've been waiting because I don't know where he is. Guys, I am single, okay? Will you marry me though? I'm a girl if that's okay. Shoot, at this rate. What's your type? That is a very, very difficult question to answer because I really don't know. In a nutshell, I like big lips, thick eyebrows, buff as flip. I don't like skinny, scrawny, tiny little men. Long hair if possible. I am completely open to all races. It is the personality where things get complicated. I like extremely sweet guys. I hate being told no. I know that sounds like a brat, but I know that I would not ask for anything that they should say no to. I don't know, I just want someone who's extremely sweet to me, very, very not clingy, but like they won't give up. Like they're completely in love with me and they won't give up because I'm not a mushy, clingy person. So someone has to be, because I will probably leave you like a million times when I get fed up. Like, screw you, I'm out, this is over. And I'll walk away and I have too much pride to come back. So I need somebody who's gonna chase me. It's probably why I'm still single. Someone who works out and is into health and fitness, which is really big for me. You know, maintaining a nice physique takes a lot of work and effort. And if I am doing all of this work in the gym to come home and you just look like a blob, it affects my motivation to look good. Like, why am I trying this hard when you're not trying at all? You don't deserve me at my best. I want someone who enjoys looking good. They have to love food, traveling, nature, and animals. You just have to. If they don't love these things, we're gonna have problems. Preferably someone who cannot cook because I love to cook and I don't want to be fighting you in the kitchen for who gets to make dinner. Just sit there and eat and enjoy, okay? They don't have to be into filming and all that stuff, but they just have to be able to accept it. Like, I am vlogging a lot, and so you gotta be okay with the camera being in your face or holding a camera. Christian. I am a giver, I love to give, and if I'm with someone who just loves to take, it's bad. We're not done. It doesn't matter how much money I have now, I know where I came from and I know where I could be, so I hate dating someone who just doesn't appreciate simple things. Shocker here, I do not date models. You are not obligated to anything, sweetie, just because you have a pretty face. They just think that they're supposed to have and get everything. No. How does that work in the future? Like, okay, you get married, he turns like 40, you got bills to pay, but guess what? He's not modeling anymore because he's too old and that's not a real job. Oh, it's fine, you can't pay the bills. It's okay because he used to be cute. Nah. I'm gonna need you to have a brain, you need to have a degree, that would be nice, and a plan. I'm not a gold digger, but I don't want to be brought down. I'm trying to build an empire. I need a partner. Okay, now that we've gone over that list, let's just take a look and see what are our options. Ah, yes, right here. It says non-existent. Rated R, 18 plus. Have any kinks? Ooh. Since you asked, actually. Back here in the back of your neck, there's like these little hairs, and my mama, she calls those kinker bugs. Random questions. What did you study in college? I studied business and politics, and then I also had a minor in art, which is why it took me so dang long. Holy Grail lashes, the ones on my face. Bam! So these are Cocoa lashes in the style NYC. I get them from palettebeautyshop.com. I do model for them, but no, this is not sponsored whatsoever. I will have a link down below so you can go check them out. I freaking love these lashes, and they last a really long time. They're really big though, so if you want like a more subtle style, I guess. But I like to be dramatic. Moving on. So for the next topic, I'm gonna be talking about like health and fitness, stuff like that. How often do you work out? That really depends, but I try to work out 3 to 5 times a week. What encourages you to work out, and how do you stay so motivated to do it every day? I don't do it every day. It's hard to stay motivated. For me, being fit is kind of part of my lifestyle. Since I am a model, I can't just let myself go. The biggest motivation though for me to stay fit is definitely traveling. I love traveling, I love trips, I love travel fashion. I love looking my best, especially while I'm traveling. There's a lot of like modeling work that I'm doing, which also keeps me motivated. I can't do a good job if I let myself go. And the third thing is my energy. If I do not keep up with my health and fitness, my energy just goes in the trash, and then everything becomes difficult to do. My life goes in the trash very fast. So I like to feel good and I like to look good. So that is how I stay motivated. What do you do when you live with your family and you want to eat healthy but they don't? That is a great question, and I think I included that in one of my last videos. As you guys saw, my mama had her a cheese quesadilla cooked in butter with avocado and salt for breakfast, and I just like, no. Just make your own food. Obviously, it can get very expensive if you're making your own food. Just take the same ingredients and make them a different way. So if your family's having fried chicken, bake the chicken. Eat with the family, but don't eat what the family's eating. This double chin, this is for mama's meals. You don't want mama's meals. How do you get your waist so tiny? Is it genetic? No, I have to work for mine. I cannot stand when there are these girls that have naturally big butts, naturally small waists, making these videos to tell you how you can do it too. Guess what? You can't do it whatever way the flip. Don't listen to them. They making me angry. I had to work for my small waist because if I don't, I turn into SpongeBob. I do a very specific set of exercises, and I also have to eat very, very lean. Example, right now my waist is not that small because I just finished bulking, but now I'm gonna like tone and slim down. Do you have advice for students that want to have a healthy life / go on a diet without starving? Absolutely. It is all about balance, and even more importantly, like the simplicity of food. Nowadays, food isn't even food anymore. Like, could you actually tell me what is in that Hot Pocket? Is that even chicken? Eat very clean. Clean eating is the way to go. Like, you will see results if you eat clean. Even the diet in my ebook, although that is extreme dieting, that is not for everyone, you still get an unlimited amount of food and you will not be starving because the items that you're eating are very clean and also low in calories. Random questions. Why do you wear wigs? Cause I'm. What's your favorite Korean ramen? What's your favorite meal to make? Wait, y'all. All right, here is my favorite meal to make. The spicy ramen and shin ramen mix, which is why it's open. I do half and half. Put some cheese in there, some tteokbokki, some fish cakes, and some lemon juice, and it's just fire. So dang good. Next, I'm going to be talking about modeling. Is it typical for an agency to ask for money to pay the trainer or ask you to pay for an interview? No. You should not be paying for nothing. An agency should not ask you for any money, and this is very common, these like scam agencies asking people for money. The only thing that I would say is okay for them to ask you for money for is if your portfolio sucks and you need to go like pay a professional photographer to get proper portfolio photos. The only thing I can think of, and you can do this for free, so even that shouldn't be a thing. And if they really want you, they will pay themselves for the photographer to build up your portfolio. Don't get them no moonies. When did you start modeling? I want to say like, shoot, 7? My dad's a singer, my grandpa's a singer. I'm pretty sure you might know my grandpa. He was in the Bloodstones. I don't know, my whole family was kind of in the industry. I actually started, I wanted to be a rapper. Yeah, laugh, go ahead, laugh. But I was really determined, I was very serious. I had a whole studio. My grandma made me a studio in her basement. I was not playing no games, okay? I had a karaoke machine, I had songs, I had friends who did my backup dances, okay? I was for real. It wasn't until I realized that nobody wants to hear a little girl rapper who doesn't even cuss, so yeah. Kind of leads into the other question, my dream career, that is to be an anime voice actress. I know, and I still want to do this. Yeah, that is my dream job, is to be a voiceover actress for cartoons. You guys know I watch anime nonstop. I've seen everyone on the planet. My voice is very annoying, so I just feel like it would be perfect for anime. If you know anyone, hook a sister up. Do you still model? If so, what agency are you signed to? I have a manager, and then I have like a commercial print agency, and then I have like my main agent. He does everything. He does all the work. I don't even need these other two. This agency is called MMG, or I think we just changed the name to like ITA or something. Ben, Hooker Ben, freaking amazing. He's the best agent in the whole world. They're located in New York. He's just amazing, okay? I don't know, he just has ways. Every single job that I've ever booked with an agency or manager or whatever was through him. He has a lot of the top models, a lot of them. I think me, Jen, Laura, a whole bunch of top models are like with him. So if you have a really good agent, like the work is done for you. They'll line up the jobs, you just gotta go and show out. How was America's Next Top Model? I don't know how to answer that question. It was great, it was stressful, it was scary, it was fun, it was tiring. That was a really fun show to do. I just think a lot of people don't know how long it is. It's long as heck. That was like months. And I actually somehow ended up filming every single episode besides one. Tyra is an amazing person. She's super duper sweet, super down to earth. On camera, you know, she has like, you know, she gotta turn it on. But off camera, oh my God, she is just a super mega sweetheart. I still talk to a lot of the girls. Jen, Laura, and Erin, I'm probably the closest to. Freaking love them, they're my babies. It was fun. The only thing that I hate is the fact that we had to delete all of our social media platforms to be on the show. And I've actually not been able to get as many followers as I had before I started the show. They were like, don't worry, you'll gain all your followers back. I never gained all of my followers back. I think it was at like 60 something thousand. I think I'm at like what, 20, not even 30 right now. That was the only thing I didn't like. And then the new season gets to use their phone and gets to use, you know, social media. And that just really set my career back. So I didn't like that part. Other than that, it was great. How did you first start modeling? Any challenges? Modeling is challenging as heck. What do you mean any challenges? You mean all the challenges? Actually, I started with tagging along with my sister. My sister was doing a lot of modeling and stuff like that, and anytime she'd have an audition or a shoot or something, I would go tag along and kind of just sneak my way into things. Like, I legit did a whole music video. I think I was like 14, and they were like, she's 18, right? And we're just like, yeah! Followed her around and got into it, and then finally started doing my own thing. She's actually the one that forced me, by the way, to go on to Top Model. We auditioned together. She's like, just go, trust me, just go. And I was like, all right. The first thing you had to do in the Top Model audition was just walk, and then at the end of the table, there's like judges, and you just had to say your name and your height. What do? I messed that up. Like, how do you mess up your own name? Modeling is not an easy job. Modeling is a 24/7 job. You don't go home after work and live a completely separate life. If you are a model, you are always a model. You can't go home and eat greasy food. You can't go gain a whole bunch of weight. You can't beat up the lady at Walmart because she was talking smack because she probably deserved it. It's probably going to end up on the news and ruin your reputation. And don't get stressed and get a pimple. Oh no. Ho ho. Any advice for someone who wants to get into the modeling industry? I would say just stand out. Nowadays, it's all about being different. We have way too many pretty girls. There's just way too many tall, pretty girls. You need to have everything everyone else has plus more. That would be my advice. And definitely live in LA. Do you have any advice for girls who want to be real models? That is a great question because nowadays there are other forms of modeling going around. Back in my day, I'm not even that old. But seriously, back in the day, there was only the traditional form of modeling. Nowadays, you can be this influencer model thing. Instagram model. I don't know what y'all want to call it, okay? But this is where everything is shifting. There's like this huge movement going on right now. So many modeling jobs have been taken away from the traditional methods and are now this influencer thing. This influencer model, which is a lot easier for people who don't necessarily look the traditional model way, they get a chance to model. Whereas if you have the look, you can go the traditional way. I went the traditional way even though I do not have the look. I am 5'3", y'all. So if you work really hard, you can do it too, okay? But if you want to be a real model, I would say just go the traditional route. First, you would build your portfolio, which is just like a book with a lot of different looks. These should be professional photos. You should have one straight on, very simple, not a lot of makeup, a swimsuit one, a full body one, just mix it up a little bit. You can go to modelmayhem.com. That is the website that I used when I was modeling to build my portfolio. There are a lot of like rookie photographers that are good photographers. If you want to pay someone, you can do that. If you don't have money, you can do this thing called TF, where you both just work for free. They're getting experience, you're getting experience. Win-win. You get to build your portfolio and you don't have to spend any money. There are photographers on there, there are makeup artists, designers, stylists, everything. After you have your portfolio, you're going to take that into various agencies and try to get signed. I think Wednesdays they have like open consultations where you can just walk in. You're probably gonna hear no a lot. That is normal. Keep going, don't give up. When you go into these consultations, try to be as natural looking as possible. You do not want to have on a whole lot of makeup. Something like a tank top and some leggings and some heels. Bring your heels because they're going to ask you to walk, and just pray that you get signed. After you get signed, your agency literally does all the work. They book you the auditions, you go to the auditions, and hopefully you book the job.
That is the traditional way.
The new way, you just get famous on Instagram and you just get all these jobs and all this money. Random questions. What's your biggest piece of advice for young girls who watch your videos? Oh, by the way, that's Erin, the one that I was talking about that did top model with me. That would definitely be, you can too, which is just the phrase that I believe so much in. Like, whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it. Execute it, make a plan, knock it out. You can do it. I don't care what it is you want to be, what it is you want to try, where it is you want to go, do it. You can. How did you get so good at editing videos? Am I so good though? So nice. I taught myself everything that I know when it comes to editing. I just watched a whole bunch of YouTube tutorials on how to do stuff. Like, I would envision things that I wanted to do. Ooh, how do I make the screen spin? Or how do I do this? Or how do I add words here? And I would just like research and look it up, and I taught myself. I have a little like editing book that I write everything down in so I don't forget how to do it, and that's how I learned. Doesn't it sound so exciting? Were you adopted? Sorry if this is too personal to answer. Yeah. I kind of covered a little bit of that in my very first video where I was like, welcome to my channel. I don't even want to talk about this, to be honest. Yes, I was in and out of foster homes as a child, but my mother did fight to get me back. Yeah. Let's just say I had a very challenging childhood. What gave you the leap of faith to finally do YouTube? I actually have an old YouTube. I got locked out of it, so after that I just kind of like lost the motivation to keep going. I've been filming for a really long time, like really long. I have footage from being in Korea, way before Korea. I was kind of just like sitting on all of this footage. I love filming. My friend Humberto, shout out to you, boo. He was like really pushing me to start. He's like, you need to hurry up and do it. Just do it, just do it, just do it. And he kept bothering me. So I finally was like, all right, I'm gonna start the YouTube, and I did. What inspires you? I'm gonna say my sister inspires me to be a good person, because if I do something bad, I know she's gonna give me that look. Yeah, she kind of keeps me in check. And she's very impressive, and it's just fun for both of us to just always be like knocking out goals. Like, that's just what we do. What were you like as a kid? I was a filthy child. Bugs, mud, the outdoors, didn't wear no makeup. I like to be a hoochie mama. I don't know why. I always had on some kind of crop top. I was a hustler. I owned a lot of different businesses as a child. I had my own store. I had a roller coaster service. I did car washing, lawn mowing. I was always hustling, trying to make some money, trying to be famous. I made the neighborhood kids like join my group where we like sang and we danced, and I was very serious. I was like a dictator, and I was filthy. I didn't believe in baths back then. I thought that was just stupid. Like, why would you take a bath when you're just gonna get dirty again? That is it, you guys. If you have more questions, I'm not surprised. I'm sorry if I did not get to your question. There were a lot. But thank you guys all for all of your questions. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe so I can make more videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.